please welcome Antony. He's going to talk about writing and about his latest book.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank all of you for having me.
As a man of many talents, a classical music composer, a writer, and a stay-at-home dad. He graduated from Oxford with a Bachelor's of Arts degree and graduated from Duke University with a PhD in composition. However, his love for composing music soon transitioned into a love for writing stories.
I composed, all the time from when I was a teen right the way through to my early 30s. I finished my PhD and I was a professor for a short while, and so yeah, I did all of that, and I loved composing. I mean, I still like composing a lot. It just, when I was a teen, actually, it had this. I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I chained myself to the piano and I was composing all the time. It was something I felt I had to do, and then at some point, it became something that I didn't have to do anymore. It started to feel much more like what I was trained to do and what was going to be my job. I always wanted to write a book. I really did. I always wanted to write a book, and that actually grew more and more and more as I got older. I mean, I felt utterly compelled to write a book, but I also could not justify it. I certainly could not take off 6 months to a year to write a book while I was doing a PhD in music composition, because that was 6 months to a year I should have been spending composing, and I knew that. I knew that was just never going to fly. So I sort of had to suppress those thoughts and just wait. And then literally this opportunity came up, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm a stay-at-home dad. Why shouldn't I now? It's now or never. Let me try it. And I was fairly certain I could write a book that read well. I just wasn't certain I could write a book that actually was structured well, that had characters that were good, that fit in anywhere in the marketplace. I was definitely not certain that I would ever get a book published. I was just pretty certain I could write something that people would read and kind of go, yeah, it's nice. I didn't have aspirations beyond that, to be honest.
He made a visit to Crossroads to talk about his new book, 5 Flavors of Dumb, a story of a girl named Piper who becomes the manager of a rock band named Dumb in order to earn money to pay for college. However, Piper's greatest challenge is not dealing with the one-of-a-kind band members, but doing everything while being deaf.
Suddenly I had this image of this girl here, this 18-year-old. Her name is Piper Vaughn. She's deaf, but she's at a mainstream Seattle high school. And her parents have just basically raided her college fund to pay for her sister, her baby sister, to have one of these, a cochlear implant. So she needs money. So she becomes manager of a high school rock band, except it's a totally dysfunctional rock band. And she has to somehow find a way of bringing them together socially and musically, despite the fact that she's deaf.
5 Flavors of Dumb was released in November 2010. Antony John is also the author of Busted, Confessions of an Accidental Player.
So 4 months to write a book, 8 months to revise a book. That often pretty much freaks people out. The thought that you could write an entire book in 4 months, but then 8 months to revise it, that's actually completely standard. Normally, the first draft of a novel is nowhere near publication quality. To be honest with you, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but the first draft of your essays that you write are not really worthy to be handed in. Now, by the time you've revised them for twice as long as it took you to write them, my guess is you're getting towards something that's really, really good, and your teachers will love you for it. So, good rule of thumb, write the first draft well in advance, and then spend almost twice as long editing it, and you'll have a great piece of work. In a couple of years' time, when it's
for Current News, this is Mia Watkins.
15-second description of the book, and I'm going to record